Soldiers deployed to quell what government has termed an attempted insurrection have reportedly been grappling with a shortage of hygiene products. A report by the Mercury this week said the South African National Defence Force Union had given Minister Thembi Mrototo until this past Monday, in fact, to address the shortage of basics such as toilet paper, soap and hand sanitizer. The problem was picked up among those deployed in KwaZulu-Natal. SANDU National Secretary Pikkie Greef joins us now to give us an update on the situation. Pikkie, a very good afternoon to you. Grateful for your time on Newsfeed PM. Does this issue still persist?
Good afternoon. Yes, the issue does still persist, although to be fair, we have received reports and we have engaged with the management of the Defence Force. It seems that the latest news on the ground is that the problem is being sorted out. In fact, only this morning we were informed that at least the toilet paper issue is being sorted. That's been purchased and is available for distribution to the units over the weekend or by Monday. The sanitizer issue is still in process of being acquired, the sanitizers itself. So the military command has really stepped up in the sense of, adhering to our concerns that we expressed in that letter.
Why was there a shortage, Pikkie, of basics such as toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and even soap, I understand, in some instances?
No, look, what the precise cause is unknown at this stage, but I think what is quite clear is that, people must realize that this is a massive deployment for the South African military. It's the first time in a quarter of a century that we've had a deployment of this size in terms of numbers, geography, and logistics. And there's bound in a big deployment to be some hiccups. But it's nothing that cannot be straightened out, and it just needs to be tackled head on. That's the way we develop military leaders: is people own up to their shortcomings or the mistakes they've made, and then correct their errors. That's the sign of a good leader.
So you're optimistic that it is being addressed. You're saying some resources will begin to arrive this weekend. Give us an idea then, for those of us not too familiar with the details of the deployment, of how widespread it is and where the shortages occurred.
Well, the shortages, the information that we have, and we by no means say that is all the information, but we mostly got complaints from the northern regions of KwaZulu-Natal, around Escort area and more north, from different battalions that are deployed there. And of course, for their logistical supply lines are at a central point and needs to get to them from there. So it is somewhat of a few kilometers by land to cover to various spots where the military are deployed. Obviously, one can't disclose the exact location of bases or temporary bases, but it's quite a vast area to cover in terms of delivering stuff logistically. But we are happy with the measures that's been taken so far by the military command structure, and we would like to think also the minister's office, who was also urged to intervene in this issue. And our soldiers, whether they are facing some logistical challenges or not, they're still up for this deployment, and I do think we should acknowledge that they've been doing a great job here.
Do you have a date for when everything will be sorted out?
We think by Monday, at the latest Tuesday, the problem will be sorted, and this relevant materials will be at the bases and ready for use.
So, final question, Pikkie. The Defence and Military Veterans Department now has a new minister. Thembi Mrototo has been there now for just over a week. How do you think she will do compared to the previous minister? Are you expecting better or much of the same?
We'd like to go on the optimistic side and say that we expect better from this minister, given the fact that she's had this experience of chairing the Portfolio Committee on Defence in Parliament, given the fact that she's got experience in dealing with SANDU from the Soldiers' Union, from that side of things, and she knows the military, she knows the Department of Defence because of that appointment that she had, and we think she's got quite a firm grasp of what the challenges are that the Defence Force face. We are a bit worried, however, that the question is, would she be able to convince her colleagues in Cabinet and Treasury to provide the necessary funding that the military so urgently needs? If we're going to have more of these deployments, this kind of deployment exactly shows us why the military needs to be better funded. And let's hope the minister can pull that off.
So I'm hearing you list funding as a top priority for new Minister Thembi Mrototo. What else do you think should be at the top of her in tray?
Well, we think there should be an emphasis on reaction to sorting out problems as soldiers experience them on the ground and in their workplace. There should be a lot of attention should be given to the way that military bases are maintained, the way that equipment is maintained. We really need leadership in the department from the minister's side. Overall, I think that is what was lacking under the previous minister.
Pikkie Greef with the South African National Defence Union. Good to speak to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.